It is so good to see all of you. Thank you all for being here this morning. I thought it's a holiday weekend, so there would only be a few people around, but look, everyone has come together to be in this community. So I give thanks for all of you for being here this morning. Will you pray with me? Loving God, we give thanks for the candle of hope, lighting our path forward, and we give thanks for the hopes who light the candle of hope, the blessings they are in this community. God, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of all of our hearts be good before you. Amen. All right, so full disclosure, I love the liturgical year. That is the cycle of the church year that moves through Advent into Christmas and Epiphany and Lent and Easter and on through the holy days, including a period of liturgical time called ordinary time. It's like Eeyore's liturgical time, ordinary time. I love the liturgical year. I love it so much that about 12 years ago, I spent 6 months drafting a paper for an emerging theologians conference hosted by the American Baptist Churches, in which I argued for the use of the liturgical calendar in every single congregational church. I still believe in the crux of the argument, although the questions of those who listened to the paper suggest that they did not buy my argument. But in communities that have become as disparate as congregational churches, that is lowercase congregational, as in even Baptists and others, a common adherence to this liturgical calendar might provide a starting point for more conversations among Christians who don't necessarily go to our church or are part of our denomination. Institutionally, it's a place where congregations might bond along this pilgrimage of the Christian life. Personally, for individual Christians, following the liturgical calendar gives us clear, finite, and defined points at which we can and should reflect on our faith journeys. Do you pause and reflect on your faith journey? Advent is an opportunity to do that. For instance, we may experience our spiritual faith this year during Advent in a different way than last year if this year we have a parent in hospice. What does the expectancy of Advent feel like during a time of impending loss? This kind of sacred reflection deepens our faith and it helps us mature as spiritual beings. Today, the first Sunday of Advent, is also the first day of the Christian year. So Happy New Year to all of you. It was this serendipity of the Spirit that the first candle of Advent is the candle of hope. What a perfect way for us to transition into this season of expectation, to begin with the candle of hope after reflecting on hope for the past few months. It's a great transition. Although, as I said earlier, what can I possibly offer about hope that two of the finest preachers have already offered you over the past 3 months? Thankfully, we are in the business of hope. We're in the business of hope. Hope is our business, and hope is always relevant. It's always relevant. Whether or not a service begins with a symbolic lighting of the candle of hope, we're here to hold fast to hope every Sunday of the year. And when one of us feels our own ability to hope fading to a flicker, then we all have the responsibility to rekindle their flame, to love the hope back into being. We're in the business of hope. Hope should be pursued. It should be inspired. It should be made manifest by me, by you, by us. Together, that's what we do. we, Jordan and I, have had some experience with hope this year. As the result of a few medical variables, there were concrete reasons we feared Winnie would not make it to term. There were concrete reasons that Winnie might not survive childbirth, and then, in fact, Jordan might not survive either. Now, I should only speak for myself here to say there reached a time that my only hopes were that Jordan would survive and that we would get to meet Winnie. That's all I wanted. Just a chance to meet her. That's what I hoped for. Together. Period. Hard stop. In those moments of desperation, gone were the dreams of a vibrant, thriving life with Winnie, the anticipation that she would feel love and experience joy. Gone was the dream to watch her graduate from high school or to walk her down the aisle. Gone was the dream to go to her first swimming lesson or see her play for the U.S. women's national soccer team. Gone were those dreams. These dreams slid away as one true hope remained. I just hoped we had the chance to meet her, to hold her, to whisper in her ear that I loved her, that she felt surrounded by our love and the love of her cousins and grandparents, her aunts and uncles, and she felt held in loving prayer by you, First Church, by members of Asylum Hill, where Jordan is pastor. That was my hope for a time. And frankly, it was a desperate, suffocating hope. It took my breath away. And I know Emily Dickinson writes, hope is the thing with feathers, and sure, I agree wholeheartedly. Her sentiments are powerful, though ethereal. I think hope is also sometimes more carnal. Hope is more visceral. We hear some of this desperate energy in the morning's reading from Matthew. It is, in essence, a response to those who hope for end times. It's a biblical version of, be careful what you hope for. Be careful what you wish for. The language in Matthew is sobering. 2 will be in a field, 1 will be taken, 1 will be left, 2 will be grinding meal, 1 will be taken, 1 will be left. Keep awake, therefore. The image is so stark and startling that it's been used in books and songs and poems, and to scare people, to manipulate them into becoming Christian, right? But this version of being left behind is less about what will happen in the end times and more a reminder about being present in the now. Being good and generous and kind in the now. Keeping your lamp lit is about being a shining beacon now, to be voices of hope in the world now. And then we hope for the best. Now, I'm not going to say whether I buy into this particular theology or not, this idea of the end times. This isn't a sermon about eschatology, but I do agree that hope is something we have agency in, we have duty in. Hope is like yeast. Bear with me here. Hope is like yeast. It won't do anything if you leave it in a little packet. You need to take the time to add warm water, warm milk, and activate that yeast. Some hopes, they won't prove well. They won't rise, but we'll never know unless we get in the kitchen and knead the dough and preheat the oven. Hope is the smell of freshly baked bread before you taste it. It's that earthy graininess that you look forward to on the tongue, the umami when slathered in butter, the sweetness of jam. Hope is in the preparation. in the waiting before the sustenance is received. Hope is in the line leading up to the communion table, waiting to feel soft bread on the tongue. What do you do with yourself before the kitchen timer sounds and the bread is pulled out? What do you hope for as you wait to take the communion elements? Reflect on that next week as we gather around the table together. But, anyway, I don't know. I don't know if any of this makes any sense. But what struck me as I sat in 8 hospital rooms in the month of September? What struck me was how closely hope and time are intertwined. It's not just that hope is future-oriented. You hope that something will happen in the future. It's that we so often hope for things that involve time. Hope for more time with a beloved one in hospice. Hope for more time with a child before they leave for college. Hope for more time to live into that next remission. Hope for more quality time when visiting family. Hope for more joyful time in front of the Christmas tree. Hope for just a few minutes with your newborn child. In so many ways, we are oriented to hope through time. Hope that you'll survive until retirement so you can enjoy some much-deserved time. Hope for more time with a beloved spouse. Hope for more time on this earth. Hope for more time to make a difficult decision. Hope for more time to just gain perspective. And the converse can also be true. When suffering is at its greatest, a hope that suffering ends quickly. Hope that the time spent with chronic pain will end. Hope that time in the waiting room ends soon and the good news is on the other side. Hope that a loved one who is on deployment will come back soon and safely and that we'll have more time with them. Recognizing that, I gently hold the passage from Romans that begins, "Besides this, you know what time it is, how it is already the moment for you to wake from sleep, for salvation is nearer to us now than when we became believers." Friends, I would be willing to guess that we recognize that salvation comes in many forms. We can experience a foretaste of salvation when we get what we hope for, not what we lust after, but what we really, truly hope for deep down in our bones. More time in community together. Less time lost and alone. That moment when I held Winnie and Jordan was rolled into the room with us, my deepest hope at that time was realized. And it was nothing if not salvific in its own way. And it continues to be with each and every passing minute. And I recognize that there are those whose hopes have not come to fruition this year, that the pain and brokenness of loss have muted the ability to hope. I recognize that. And to those people with that experience, I ask, how can we help you hope again? What can this community do for you? How can we hold your broken heart? How can we shine the light of love in your darkest hour? Really, I'm asking you. For the passage in Romans continues, the night is far gone, the day is near. Let us Then throw off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. The light of Christ, you hear that? Shines through you. If the light of Christ shines through us, then we are the beacons of hope. For such a time as this, we are the beacons of hope. You, me, this community, we are in the business of hope. And this world, it needs hope. It needs hope. This world needs you. This world needs your light to shine brightly today, not tomorrow, today, right now, at this time. And if you feel like you have a little left to give, then just give some of your time. We're all just hoping for a little time. Let Christ's light shine in and through you. You are the light. Don't forget it. I just ask you to join me. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Amen.